Hi, this is Libby, and I wanted to go over a little bit of the homepage for Fahrenheit Marketing. Just a few things usability-wise that I wanted to talk about. Okay, the first thing, I'm glad that this chat has been changed. It's really nice now that it doesn't pop up on every page. I think that's a big improvement. It does cover a little content here, although I think this is extraneous content and something that I would like to see changed anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. First, let me discuss the slider. We have lots of great photos, and these slider graphics are very well done, but I think the use of quality photography pertaining to us and our business has more of an emotional pull. I can see like the team being inventive and inspiring, photographs of whiteboarding sessions. I think it'll have much more impact than the slider images, the graphic images, because we have photography all over the site. If we do decide to use these sliders, I think that these little taglines here need to be a little bit shorter, and we need to slow down the time between sliders. I'm going to scroll down a little bit and watch what happens at the top of the screen. As soon as I make a scroll, it opens up like that. I think that's a bad user experience. I understand why it's there, and I think it's there so that will always be able to know how to go home, services about, but we shouldn't have a scroll that is so long that we should need that. I have a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and I think this takes me 7 to 9 scrolls to get down to the bottom just because I'm a laptop user. Here's some extraneous things that I'm talking about, like right here. They don't link to anything and they don't really refer to anything, but then you also see it over here and there's some links here. This is all internet real estate that we need to be using. I think we can make much better use of this space. I do have one thing I wanted to talk about real quickly: search engine marketing, web design, web and mobile apps, and conversion management. The first thing is these icons don't relate to what we're talking about. And also, when you click on some of them, search engine marketing takes you to a page in just a second that actually at the top here says search engine optimization SEO, and then online marketing SEO, and search engine optimization SEO, and I don't really see any talk about search engine marketing. So that's something that I want to tighten up and change. The other thing I wanted to mention about the scroll up here is that if we do use photographs, I want to have searchable text and also searchable excerpts, and then click, read more about, and then use a strong anchor link there. Let's see. I think there's too much activity and too many design styles on this page, and actually throughout the site. I'll address the user and the content and technical stuff in my content report and itemize the list of changes that need to be made. I call this right here section 2 of the home page. I know this started out as a squeeze page, and that's probably why it's so long. But right here, once we scroll down, a couple things happen. Again, the top of the site expands out to maintain the contact information, which I find distracting, and I think any user would find distracting. The other thing is it's entitled Works, and it looks like a completely different design style, has a different vibe, set of fonts, colors, and it actually contains its own slider. This page, or this should be a page in itself, and I think it should be a page with case studies. Scrolling down, this is what I call section 3. It says today, but actually this never changes, so that's probably a little bit of a misnomer. My favorite photo on the site is right here. I really like some of our custom photography, and I would actually put something like this in the slider at the very top. I think it's just extraneous here. I love these share buttons. I think they look really classy and clean and crisp. Right here, there's a link, or I thought it was a link to Austin Office because it's in yellow and white, and so I was trying to click on it, but I found out that it wasn't a link. So this is also extraneous content unless we were to use this as a slider. If you scroll down to what I call section 4, you've got some very large social links, and they're large in scale, and almost every day I see something like this image here that is pixelated. Sometimes there's one missing. I would love to see social buttons as the simple links or thumbnails, like on the scroll above on the photo near the top right of the site. I think people will tend to look there. I'd also like to see a small Twitter feed and a blog teaser, and something I think we need on our site and everyone's site, which is a search feature. This would be section 5, I guess, and it's services. This is also, we're saying this again, we have a services page. It's in a different style of design, and I think this will need to be removed. Section 6 is actually my favorite part of the site. This is the footer, and I keep wanting to click on sitemap because on many sites you can click on sitemap and it'll tell you exactly the whole tree of everything, but you can't click on here, so that bothers me a little bit. I find that frustrating, actually. And over here we have these share buttons, which I think I love the colors. I'd love to use these colors in the site, but again, we've got, this is the third share, I think, on this page. Here is an icon for services, but there's no way to link. I was trying to click on the arrow. I realized, you have to click right over this text here, which is great. I love a good text link. Let me close this. About us, I'm not sure why we need this, except for maybe just visual balance. And it's this, I'm not sure where to click here. I've been through this like 4 or 5 times and I still get frustrated. This takes us to the top of the page. That's nice, but I don't think a page should be that long that we should have to scroll it. One last thing, Austin Web Design by Fahrenheit Marketing. I think that's confusing. I think because Austin Web Design is in caps, it makes it look like the name of our company is Austin Web Design. I would probably change that to Site Design by Fahrenheit Marketing of Austin, Texas. And that's my review of the home page. Thank you.